She's been invisible her whole life. New school, fresh start, that's the plan. But on her first day, she gets mistaken for someone else, someone popular, and she doesn't correct them. Min Jae has changed schools more times than she can count. New city, new building. Same result, no one notices her. She's rehearsed introductions in the mirror. She's watched tutorials on how to start conversations. None of it has ever worked. On her first day at Wuzhong High, she braces for another invisible semester. Then, something unexpected happens. The class applauds when she walks in. She's so stunned, she barely registers it. During break, the most popular girl in school, Ji-won, walks straight up to her and asks to be friends. Ji-won is polished, warm, magnetic. The kind of girl every school has exactly one of. Min Jae can't believe it. She manages to hold a conversation only because she'd watched a tutorial on that too. Walking together, she starts to feel something she's never felt at school before. Like she belongs. Ji-won introduces her to the rest of the group, including a boy named Yi-jun. He's tall, cold-looking, and clearly the most popular guy in the building. Min Jae introduces herself. He nods once, then turns to leave. His bracelet catches on her sleeve. She grabs it before it falls. She doesn't know what to do next, so she smiles and apologizes. Yi-jun looks at her for a second, says, "Forget it," and walks away. Ji-won explains later. Yi-jun's cousin, Hae-jun, is nothing like him. Hae-jun is class president, sociable, easy to be around. Yi-jun just isn't. In music class, Min Jae and Yi-jun end up seated next to each other. She gathers the courage to say hello. He immediately puts his headphones on. She gives up. A few days later, Min Jae is called to the teacher's office. A new transfer student is arriving soon, and she has the exact same name, another Yu Min Jae. Min Jae pulls up the profile photo. This other girl looks nothing like her. No glasses, stylish, confident, an influencer with thousands of followers. The teacher mixes them up. Before Min Jae can correct the mistake, Ji-won and the others are already congratulating her, thinking she's the popular influencer. Min Jae opens her mouth, then closes it. She doesn't say anything. Hae-jun finds her afterward. He's already figured out the truth. He tells her quietly, he won't say a word. Back in class, her friends keep bringing up followers and agencies, all things that belong to the other Min Jae. Every time she tries to come clean, someone cuts her off, so she lets it run. At home that night, she stares at her reflection and knows exactly what she's risking. But for the first time in her life, people see her. She doesn't want to let that go. Then, the real Yumin arrives. Min Jae expects someone glamorous. Instead, Yumin walks in wearing glasses, plain clothes, head down, dressed like the last person who'd ever have a social media following. She's hiding too, for reasons Min Jae doesn't yet understand, and she's clearly irritated to find someone else in class with her name. In the bathroom, Min Jae approaches her, compliments her beauty, mentions the followers. Yumin looks at her coldly. The bell rings before anything can be said. Later, Yumin pulls Min Jae into the school storage room. Min Jae explains everything, how her friends think she's Yumin, how it will all fall apart the moment Yumin stops pretending to be a timid student. Yumin listens. Then she gives her one piece of advice. Tell the truth before it's too late. Min Jae says she's not ready. She's too happy. Yumin doesn't push, but she warns her. Don't accept follow requests. Her photos would expose everything. Meanwhile, Hee-jun asks Yi-jun directly if he has feelings for Min Jae. Yi-jun says no. His voice says no. His face says something else. That same evening, Min Jae runs into Yi-jun outside a convenience store. She asks him something that stops him cold. If he's ever felt like disappearing from the world. He doesn't look away. He says he wouldn't think that. He'd just keep going. Neither of them says anything more, but the moment stays with her. Over the following weeks, Min Jae and Yumin start meeting regularly. Yumin teaches her about fashion, takes her to a cafe for the first time, pushes her toward a confidence she didn't know she had. One afternoon, Yumin snaps a photo of her and tells her to change her profile picture. Min Jae laughs. It's the most natural she's felt in months. Yi-jun sees the new photo. He starts to type a message. Then, Hae-jun appears behind him and he hides his phone. Hyejun has his own game running. He observes everyone, collects their secrets, uses them when it suits him. He's the one posting anonymously on the school forum. He's the one gathering information on the tension between Ji-won and Min-jae, casually, like it's sport. In music class, the distance between Yi-jun and Min-jae slowly softens. He lends her one side of his earphones. They listen to the same song, side by side. He's still uncomfortable, but he doesn't pull away. On the rooftop, Yumin warns Min-jae to be careful. Too much time together draws attention. She also tells her to think before she speaks. Min-jae immediately asks Yumin to help her study. Yumin sighs and agrees. That evening, Min-jae runs into Yi-jun again while coming back from the shops. They're both awkward. They both stay. They walk home without deciding to. In gym class, someone notices Min-jae's shoes and assumes they're fake. The comment spreads fast. Min-jae goes quiet. Then, Yi-jun appears out of nowhere and says he has the same pair. One of his friends laughs and asks if they're secretly dating. The subject drops. Min-jae exhales. Ji-won is watching all of this. She's been popular since she can remember, and she's starting to feel the ground shift under her. Min-jae isn't trying to outshine her. She doesn't even know she's doing it. That's almost worse. When a karaoke night is organized to welcome Min-jae, everyone goes. Yi-jun asks her to sing since it's her party. She panics. She's never been to karaoke before. But she picks a song, steps up, and her voice surprises everyone. Quiet, emotional, a little devastating. The room goes still. Then they applaud. Yi-jun follows her when she slips out to the bathroom. He hands her a drink, says she looked different on stage, then catches himself and looks away. On the walk home, Yi-jun and Min-jae are alone for the first time with no reason to be. She asks if he was really going to ask her out. He doesn't answer directly, but as she's about to leave, he tells her he was glad she came tonight. It's not much, it's enough. Exam season arrives. The teacher praises Min-jae for a perfect score. It was Yumin's paper, not hers. Her friends cheer. She smiles. She hates herself a little. At night, Yumin tutors her hard. Min-jae can't concentrate, but Yumin doesn't stop. Slowly, Min-jae starts to feel something shift. She's not used to being pushed. She's not used to anyone caring enough to push. Then, Ji-won moves. She calls her friend Da and tells her two things, that Yi-jun asked her out, and that Min-jae has been getting close to Hyejun behind everyone's back. She frames it as a confession. It lands as a weapon. Da isn't fully convinced, but the story spreads. The next day, Min-jae's friends are cold. When she tries to join them at the cafeteria, Da tells her she pays too much attention to the boys and ignores everyone else. Min-jae eats alone. Hyejun sits down across from her. He tells her it's time to fight back. Yi-jun appears a moment later and joins them. The whole school notices. Rumors start. Somehow this quiet transfer student has captured both of the most popular guys at Wuzhong. Min-jae leaves quickly. She doesn't want any part of this. She goes to Yumin instead. Yumin, still in her timid student disguise, tells her something simple. The people pulling away from you never really wanted to be close. Don't blame yourself. Min-jae hears it. She's not fully comforted, but she hears it. That evening, Hyejun approaches Ji-won and pretends to flirt with her, sending Da home early in the process. When they're alone, he admits he lied about Yi-jun asking her out, just to watch how she'd react. Ji-won tells him he's acting like a child. He tells her to stop obsessing over being number one. Before she walks away, he warns her, don't cross the line. She crosses it anyway. Old photos of Ji-won, from before her transformation, before her popularity, are posted to the school group chat. The reaction is immediate and cruel. Ji-won knows instantly who did it, Hyejun. Yi-jun confronts him. This isn't the first time. Years ago, Hyejun had found a recording of Yi-jun singing during a private audition and broadcast it to an entire classroom without warning. Yi-jun had stopped singing in front of people after that. He'd made himself a promise, never again. Hyejun says he did it to help back then. Yi-jun tells him he never knew how to help anyone. Min-jae finds Hyejun in the storage room and asks him directly why he did it. He's quiet for a moment. Then he tells her the truth. When he first found out about her secret, he'd planned to expose her, collect her like he collected everyone else. But spending time with her, and with Yumin, changed something. Their sincerity was unfamiliar. He wasn't ready for it. Min-jae tells him that doesn't cancel out what he did to Ji-won. He knows. That night, Yi-jun waits outside her building. He tells her she was gone all day and he was in a bad mood. She doesn't know what to say. He starts to leave. She stops him. They go to karaoke, just the two of them. She finds out he hates singing in front of anyone, that the promise he made to himself goes all the way back to what Hae-jun did. He tells her this like he doesn't normally tell people things. She plays a slow song. He starts to hum. Then, quietly, he sings. She watches his face change. When the song ends, she wants to tell him everything. She almost does. But she's afraid of losing him, and the words don't come. He says it instead. He tells her he's like the days he's spent with her, that they're the days he feels most like himself. It's not a speech. It's barely a confession. But it's real. She asks for a little time. He says, okay. If you've ever pretended to be someone else just to fit in, subscribe. You'll feel right at home here. Min-jae calls Yumin that same night, nearly crying. She says she couldn't have gotten here without her. Yumin goes quiet for a moment, then she laughs softly. The next day, Ji-won asks to speak to Min-jae privately. She doesn't attack her. She thanks her for always being kind, even when Ji-won wasn't. Then she mentions an upcoming blind date involving someone from Min-jae's old school. Min-jae doesn't recognize the name. She says she'll check with a friend first. When she tells Yumin, something shifts. Just hearing the name is enough. Yumin goes cold, then distant, then says something sharp and unkind to Min-jae. She regrets it the moment the words leave her mouth, but she can't explain why. She disappears for days. Min-jae leaves food at her door every day, a basket, a note, then another. On the fourth day, Yumin opens the door. Min-jae is crying. She doesn't understand what happened to her friend. She tells Yumin she can't keep hiding behind a uniform, that whatever happened, she's the victim, not the cause, that the school deserves to see who she actually is. Yumin doesn't argue. When the man from the past finally appears, Yeon-jin, he's exactly what Yumin feared. Angry, manipulative, convinced she ruined his life. He confronts her. She tells him it wasn't her fault. He says that kind of behavior was normal between them. She tells him to stop and holds up her phone. She recorded every word. He leaves. The next morning, Yumin and Min-jae walk to school side by side. Yumin stands straight, no glasses, no hiding. On the way, Min-jae spots Yi-jun walking alone. She goes to him. She tells him everything, the name mix-up, the months of pretending, the version of her he's been getting to know that wasn't fully real. Then she tells him he should stop being her friend. He looks at her for a long moment. Then he says he stopped thinking of her as just a friend a while ago, and he's not stopping now. Back in class, Min-jae tells everyone the truth. Yumin deletes her social media account, thousands of followers, gone. She says she'd rather live under her own name. Sometime later, Min-jae and Yi-jun are seen together as a real couple, walking in the mornings, sharing earphones in music class, sometimes talking, sometimes not. She spent a year learning to be someone else, and ended up becoming herself. The account has been deleted, but this time, she's the one who chose it.